How's it going, everyone? This is your Astrology Horoscope for January 17th, 2024. I'm astrologer Skyles, and welcome to the Moonbase. Hope you guys are having a great week. It's been pretty intense. I'm feeling so many sudden shifts and sudden new insights coming in. Definitely this moon in Aries is really lighting things up in a very passionate, hot way. And especially on the front of healing, I feel like there's this sudden new sense of healing coming in amongst this intensity and amongst this big, massive transition. It's just every day, it seems like there's some new, unexpected thing popping up in our lives and in the world. And it's exciting. And that's what I remember when Pluto moved into Aquarius just for a brief moment last year, is that there was this excitement and willing to embrace the excitement of the unknown. You know, Pluto and Capricorn, it's much more trying to control your reality and, having, to deal with aspects of control, and Aquarius is more about embracing what you can't control and what is unknown, beyond the realms of what we can see. So there's so many new amazing things coming in here, and it's really exciting. It's really exciting. So the moon in Aries today, it's really, there's a lot of karmic stuff coming up that's been coming up this week. But we've had this conjunction with the moon and Chiron and now the North Node. So we could definitely see how this new healing is going to take shape over the next 2 months with the Chiron and the North Node. Like I feel like it's starting to show itself. Even though the moon in Aries making these very intense squares to Mars and Mercury we just went through, but that's what squares do. It tends to create the friction to push us to where we're supposed to go, and sometimes evolution is unpleasant. So that's what these squares and these 90-degree angles tend to do, is to really force us into positions where we have to evolve and grow and be aware. And I definitely think now we're starting to see this karmic play out of where we've been wounded, where we've wounded others, where we've wounded ourselves, and how this healing can really begin. It's really powerful and very intense and very passionate, and it's giving us this opportunity to really reinvent ourselves here. Maybe not reinvent ourselves, but rediscover ourselves and rediscover our identity. Maybe that's a better way to put it, because we are who we are. Maybe reinvention isn't necessarily the path here. It's rediscovering. With the South Node in Libra, it's easy to lose ourselves into our relationships and forget who we are. So this is like a rediscovery here where there is this karmic healing that's starting to come into play here. I know I'm definitely starting to experience it and see it in many different ways in my own life. And we're seeing that in the world, where people are being less afraid to accept or being less afraid to say how they truly feel based upon how much damage has been done over the past however many years, and now it's getting to the point where people are not so afraid to reveal themselves and reveal who they are and reveal their inner truth. And I think this also is being fired up with this moon in Aries, making this trine to Venus, right? So Venus is in Sag. Sag is our beliefs. And I think this comes into this healing here, and it's really lighting this up. It's like, not being afraid to share your beliefs and share your opinions and how you identify with these beliefs. And also like the relationships you have and where you share certain beliefs, and also where your beliefs are different, and accepting those differences And also seeing the value within other people's beliefs and other people's opinions. And, there can be this healing that's starting to really take shape, even though like it's a battle. Like it's like this healing is taking shape and it's starting to play out karmically, and we're seeing it in our lives. But at the same time, it's like every time we express it, there's still this Capricorn shadow that we're still in here, at least for the next couple days, and that we're going to be really till 2025. I mean, we're going to get a window of something different here over the next 6 to 8 months. But, there's definitely this moment here where we're seeing it all around, where people are finally starting to open up and where they truly stand within the relationships and their personal lives. And we're seeing it in the broader scale of the world, which is super exciting. And it's also seeing the value, or having this awareness towards the value of being able to share and learn and grow and evolve. Like that's what Sagittarius wants to do. It wants to take the journey and learn new things and share new things. And in the midst of sharing new things that it's learning, it also can grow and learn more and more. And that's exponential. That learning is exponential. Mercury is starting to make this sextile here to Saturn as well. So within the evening, Mercury's going to come to 4 degrees, make this nice little sextile to Saturn, and it's going to begin this kind of, this it's going to open up this channel of clarity that's going to activate when Mars was trining Jupiter, and Jupiter and Mars were sextiling Saturn. So there are a lot of really powerful foundational things that were laid in what we're trying to manifest materially and within these new belief structures and in these power structures that we're placing in our lives. It's starting to become conscious mentally, and we're starting to be able to see that clearly and see the path much more clearly. And with the sextile supporting, with the support from Saturn to Mercury, it's like on a spiritual level and on a physical level, it's like our minds are more being bridged to a spiritual frequency of what we're trying to build in the world. And now we're getting this opportunity to really see and mentalize that picture in a much more physical, solid, concrete, streamlined way. This Capricorn energy is still very heavy here, and we're gonna feel it at its peak here in the next couple days. So this is a very hot, intense day with the moon still in Aries, but in a very healthy way. And Venus is finally getting some love here. And it's really lighting up some passion in our relationships and feeling comfortable in expressing ourselves and also expressing our beliefs and acknowledging the value of our partners and creative partners and marriage partners and whatever kind of creative partnerships that we have. Any kind of partnership. It's being able to see the value in your partner and also identify yourself, your own spiritual and philosophical beliefs and values. And, now that this hard work that we've been really laying into with Mars and Capricorn since we've been in 2024, just, 2 weeks now, we're 2 solid weeks into 2024. So, Mars and Capricorn has really been helping us lay out this foundation, and Mercury is now helping us be able to make sense of it all, make sense of really what we've been trying to do here. And Mercury's in the next few days is finally going to come out of shadow, and then it's going to be really clear. It's going to be really clear. Mercury's going to trine Jupiter. It's like, this expansion and the hard work and the effort that we've been putting in is going to start showing itself, and it's going to feel very divine. And it will feel divine as long as you've been sticking to your guns necessarily and not getting lost in that higher vibration and really listening to Saturn, with the Sun, Mercury, Mars, and Pluto and Capricorn. Like, this is a very Saturnian time. And with Pisces, with Saturn and Pisces, it's like this is where Saturn is activated on a spiritual level. So it's like, we want to be able to bridge that spiritual frequency into the physical world and not get too lost into the outer realms where things become non-physical and falling into the same old loops and patterns and addictive behaviors and this victim mentality, because if you're lost in that victim mentality, it's like, you're not going to really see the results of what Saturn and all this Capricorn energy is trying to help us reveal here. And that's where the real reward on the other end of this is going to show up, is when we're really, bridging our spirituality in a physical way and not getting lost in all the subconscious nonsense. And especially with this moon in Aries and Chiron and North Node, it's like, you don't want to be a victim. You want to be able to identify what the issues are, identify what the wounds are, and actually act upon that. And today there's definitely some help within our relationships of being able to share beliefs and values and philosophies and new information and new knowledge. And definitely some big information is coming through here with Mercury starting to trine Jupiter, sextile Saturn, and coming out of shadow. I mean, this is very much a big door finally starting to open to really see the light at the end of the tunnel. Even though Sun, Pluto, we're in very dark days right now, but the days are starting to get longer and we're starting to get more light on the earth. And when the sun finally makes his powerful conjunction, we're going to start being able to make new connections and connect with new people, connect new ideas, and really innovate things in a whole different way that we've never really thought before. And that's what I think, if we look at the history of Pluto and Aquarius, that's what always seems to come up, is different new revolutionary ways about going about humanity and existence and technology and connecting with others on a global scale and maybe now on a universal scale, on a galactic scale. So this is exciting times and big new doors starting to open, and we're getting towards a very powerful door in a portal that's opening up here that we're all about to walk through together. So gear up for that and allow this new healing to really start to take shape and embrace it and not be afraid to identify where it hurts, and the moon is gonna square the sun and Pluto come tomorrow. So this intensity is starting to peak here, and when the moon comes into Taurus, there's going to be some really positive, I think it's going to really, the doors are going to start to glow in a way of like, wow, we've put in a lot of effort here and we've nurtured these plants in a very slow and steady way. Uranus and Taurus, as much as Uranus wants to move quick and make sudden quick changes and, get the shock value out of life, it's like Uranus and Taurus, it's like slow and steady wins the race here. So through this intensity, there definitely is greener grass on the other side. And we're definitely walking into one of the most powerful portals we'll ever walk into in our lifetime. If we look at the transition of Pluto and Capricorn going into Aquarius throughout history, it's definitely some of the most revolutionary, most powerful times in our history as human beings on this planet. So I hope that helps. Sure helps me to be here sharing the astrology with you guys. And I appreciate everybody showing up and also giving their perspective and opinions as well. So leave a comment if you're new here. Subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Instagram. If you want to watch these horoscopes on Spotify, feel free. All the links to all of my platforms are in the description below. If you want to book a reading, the website's also in the description. So yeah, I appreciate it, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace out.